Yo, what up? We back. You see what it is. It's round two, UMM5. We had some upsets. Well, we had one big upset in the first round. That was that true folk Geechee Gotti. But I want to get into the keys of the game. You know, just like my man Search say, like it's basketball. We're gonna get into the keys to victory for each opponent. Now, my list is gonna be shorter for, for one of these battles, but we're gonna get into it. First, we're gonna get into JC Head Ice. Now, I have JC winning this clearly, but if I had to give some advice and I had to give some pointers to Head Ice how he could take this battle, this is what I would do. First of all, he has to stay very close to JC. We need that optic of Head Ice up here, JC down here, like he talking to his little man on the block, Wolf style. Ice. That's how. That's his only superpower that he can use in this battle. He has to give the optics that he's talking down to JC. Even when JC is rapping, he need to be kind of close to JC. Because I feel like JC, when he starts to rap, he's going to pull away from Head Ice. He's never going to try to get too close to Head Ice because he knows that looks wild. It looks wild on camera. And for the average fan, it's going to look a type of way. Now, if Ice can get through his rounds clear and he can bark at JC, talk down to JC, and the way these judges have been judging, he can win this battle. It's possible. Ice is trash to me, but it's possible. Possible. You know what I'm saying? If this was a basketball sense, he need to show the dominant of the size inside. So he would have to be on his Joel Embiid or his Jokic, his Giannis. Yeah, he got to be on his Giannis. He got to go straight to the rim. Every single round, straight to the rim. And I'm talking about banging on JC like, yeah, like Andrew Wiggins dunking on. Like, he need to be Giannis out there for him to have a chance. That's his only chance because he can't outbar him. He's not going to lyrical him. He might be able to hit a little more funny lines, maybe. If he tap into some of that KOTD, he might be able to get his jokies off, but like I said, he's going to have to bark at JC and hope that, no pun intended, JC starts to shrink on stage, you know. Now for JC, keys to victory. Stay poised. Stay on top of your performance. Don't let all the extra stuff that happens in battles take you out your pocket like you do sometimes. Oh, you worry about what the judge is doing. You worry about what this going on. You worried about that. Don't worry about none of that. Get right into your bag and make sure when you sparring, getting ready for this battle, make sure your performance is where it needs to be. Because that's the reason I feel like Smack brought the big stage into play during the tournament, because that's part of it. So I feel like if he keep an eye on his performance, don't be too cringy, don't be too long-winded, get into your bag and do what we know you to do. It should be an easy victory. On to round 3, semifinals. True foe, sheet happens. Okay. A lot of people feel like neither one of them are supposed to be here. So with that being said, I'm going to start with sheet happens. Everybody in the culture, well, a lot of people, I'm not going to say everybody, a lot of people in the culture, because I'm not one of them, a lot of people in the culture feel like she should not be here. They robbed none, but he has nothing to do with that. He's not judging this. All he can do is present his material and hope the judges like it. So they should not be on his back for that. Now, with that being said, I enjoyed She's performance against None. Especially the first 2 rounds. Third, not so much. But the first 2 rounds, definitely And he took some key pointers from the last time he battled Nun Nun. And he said it, he mentioned it. He said, Nun Nun said, you rapping too fast. Slow it down, and your stuff gonna hit harder. And he took his advice and it worked. And I need him to go forward with that. So my advice will be to take your time, make sure you write your best material. Understands there's a short period of time and you only can do what you can do, but I need 3 complete rounds from you. That third, I felt like was lazy writing in the third against Nun Nun. But that first and second, I felt like was high level writing. And I need to see that. I need to see poise. Your performance, keep it up. Your performance is going to carry you far in these type of tournaments, especially with the crowd. So my advice, once again, for Sheed is continue the path you're going, slow it down, don't speed up your raps, make it so we can hear the punches, and because the way you rap is unorthodox. So if we can't hear it, it makes it even sound more crazy. So we got to hear it, we got to enunciate, we got to slow down, and like I said, this is a winnable battle for you. You balance somebody in your class, so it means a lot. It's bragging rights involved too, so you got to be on your game. You got to be on your game. Once again, slow it down and make sure your performance is as high of a level as it was against Nun Nun. Now, true foe, I like what you did against Geechee. I feel like you wrote your butt off. I really do. But my thing is, are you on a high from that Geechee battle? So one of my keys, probably the first key and the most major key, is not to have a letdown. Not to take out Geechee, which is he's a top tier, top 3 battler right now, and then get let down against Sheed Happens, which is a totally winnable battle for you. Now the odds and the stakes are not the same. You're not necessarily the underdog. You don't have the belt on the line. You don't have all those incentives and all that motivation that you had. Even though $100,000 is still at play, you don't have them same motivations that you had against Geechee Gotti. So my thing is, keep your mind sharp, keep your energy high, and do not, and I repeat, do not choke. Do not choke, sir. Don't let a choke stop you from getting that bag. And that goes out to everybody. Don't let a choke stop you from getting 100 bands. I'm telling you that. If a guy beat you, he beat you. Don't let a choke stop you. But I don't know, the way they judging, a choke might not stop you from advancing. So like I said, if he handles that one major key, which is not to have a letdown and not to play down to your opponent. I felt like you was punching up to Geechee. I don't want you to have to punch down. I want you to understand. Come in thinking Sheed Happens is Geechee Gotti. If you come with that same mentality, you should win easily against Sheed Happens because you can rap, boy. Y'all sleep if y'all want. New Midwest. The new Midwest is representing in this tournament. We're gonna get into that. So I picked Sheed to win this battle when we initially talked about it on the previous video. I'm gonna link it in the after this video. But as I've been thinking about it, pondering, truthful, if he do what I tell him to do, I know that sounds crazy. If he do what I tell him to do, he should pull that one out, man. You gotta keep focused. Don't let your head get too big. Don't let the ego get to you. Don't let everybody gassing you up after that Geechee battle stop you from being at your best against Sheed Happens. Real sick Fonz. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Because I said it before. Fonz might be one of the most deadly battle rappers in the URL right now. So I'm gonna tell Real Sick this. I'm gonna start with Real Sick, his keys to victory. Make your material fit who you battling in front. I understand you like to get to these rapidy rap pockets that you get into, which is cool, which is excellent, which is, you know what I'm saying, high level rapping. But Stumbles could have beat you without them stumbles, and not because his pen is better than yours. He knew what content to bring for where he was at. And you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind to bring the material, not necessarily step outside yourself completely, but bring the material and write your material in a way for a stage and a crowd. You need to write it in a way where you get your punch off, you get your whatever your haymaker is, and you got to be able to pause. You can't go get right into that pocket again. You got to set the tone. You got to set the tone when you're on that stage. That separates top tier from mid tier. You got to set the tone, the pace. It's just like basketball. When a good point guard is at his best, he's not going full speed, 100 miles per hour. That's what makes Chris Paul so great. You change in speeds, and you got to be able to change speeds in the battle because that shows levels. It does. You got to be able to know when the crowd's about to erupt. You got to know when to wait. You got to know when to keep going. You got to know when to run it back. These are things you need to implement into what you do and how you write. If you do that, you have a chance. You have a chance to beat Fonz, a great chance to beat Fonz. Fonz. I think I need to trademark this, Fonz. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a hashtag. If Fonz is Fonz and he cannot be beat. If Fonz is Fonz and he cannot be beat. When Fonz, and then I don't know if y'all noticed, Fonz is adding to his bag. He's adding schemes. He's adding angles. He's giving you double entendres, triple entendres, and punching your head off. I don't know. That's my key to victory for Fonz. Fonz, you do what Fonz do. Don't let these, whatever they saying, you can't do this, you can't do that. That's why I love his slogan the most. Y'all say all I do is punch. Well, block it then. You know what I'm saying? Fonz, don't, because I feel like some spots in that Prestavia battle, you try to get outside yourself and do some different things. It's cool. This ain't the place for it. Fonz do what Fonz do, punch that dude head off and move on to the next round. Now we got Rum Nitty versus Swamp. I'm gonna start with Swamp because I feel like he has the how can I say this? He has such an uphill, you know what I'm saying, struggle right now in his battle. He got Rum Nitty versus Swamp. Now Rum Nitty is fresh to me. He had sat down for a little bit. He wasn't as active as he was for a while, and he looks fresh. Even if it was a one rounder against Real Name Brandon, he looked fresh. So Swamp. I'm not going to say the cliche thing. Oh, if Rum choke, you might win. This what you got to do. You pretty much got to do what I said Real Sick got to do. You got to write your material with a lot of haymakers. I need 3 or 4 haymakers. If you can get 2 to 3, I ain't even going to say 4 because that's stretching it. If you can get 2 to 3 legit haymakers, crowd rattling haymakers around, 2 to 3, you can beat Rum. And I'm going to tell you why. You can beat Rum because a lot of times the way the Rum punches are so crazy and so elevated that a lot of times the crowd miss it initially. Even though this is a judge battle, judge event, I feel like they're gonna take crowd's gonna come into a play, just like the fan vote's gonna come into a play. And the fan vote is an extension of the crowd. So if you can get 2 to 3 haymakers, and then when Rum starts to rap and he gets into some of his crazy next level punches that people didn't catch at first, because y'all not gonna sit here and tell me y'all catch every one of Nitty punches soon on the first watch. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all capping. So if Swamp can do that, get 2 to 3 legit room shaking haymakers, he got a chance to beat Rum. He got a real chance. Now, rum. You just gotta be the alien that you are. You don't choke, you win. Simple as that. You don't choke, you win. Come on, man. As simple as that. It's as simple as that. Swamp is that. I mean, Rum Nitty is that good. That long as he doesn't choke, it's a win. And there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry. But those are the keys to victory for each battler. I hope y'all watch it, man. Hope y'all listening. It's clean. We out. UM 5. Round 2, Saturday. It's live on Caffeine. Why you ain't watching? We gone, yo. Oh, free Bitcoin down below. Get that. Get that Bitcoin, man. Tell them Clean sent you. One more thing. This is not financial advice, but Amazon stock is doing a split June 6th, Monday. You'll be able to get a $2,400 share of Amazon for $120. Once again, this is not financial advice, but you can get a share, a $2,400 share for $120. Come on, man. It's generational wealth. What we doing here, man? I ain't here to just talk battle rap. I'm here to, uplift. Come on, man. Drop them jewels. All right, Clean. We out, man. Appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And come on, click on this video right here, man.